Hello everyone, in this video we are going to discuss exercise 1.2 of the chapter real numbers of class 9. If you didn't watch the introduction video of real numbers as well as exercise 1.1, the link is in the description and comment section. Please go through that. Okay, now in the exercise 1.2, the first bit we have is under root 27. Classify the following numbers as rational or irrational number. We need to check whether the given numbers are rational or irrational number. Okay, now for root 27, do the prime factorization. For 27, prime factorization. 3 9s are 27, 3 3s are 9. So to confirm any number whether it is a perfect square or not, we need to check every number should be there two times. Here 3 is there 2 times, but one more 3 is alone. So we require one more 3 to make it a perfect square. So this root 27, 27 is not a perfect square. Then obviously this will become an irrational number. Next, if we observe, we have under root 441. Same for 441 also we will do prime factorization. 441, if you do prime factorization, this will come in 3 table because 4 plus 4 8, 8 plus 1 9, 3 table. So 3 1s are 3, 1 remains, 3 4s are 12, 2 remains, 3 7s are 21. 4 plus 1 5, 5 plus 7 12, again 3 table it will come. So 3 4s are 12, 3 9s are 27. 49 will come in 7 table, 7 7s are 49. Now we need to check every number should be 2 times. 3 is there 2 times as well as 7 is there also 2 times. So we can say that 441 is a perfect square. So for 441, 3 is there 2 times, write it once, into 7 is there 2 times, write it once. So root 441 is nothing but 21. So 21 is a rational number. Next, in this third question we have that question is 30.23234 and so on. So now if we observe this question clearly, this is extending, not stopping, not terminating. So neither terminating. Next, if any particular pattern is following or not, let us check that also. Here 2 3, here 2 3 4, here 2 3 4 5. Next will continue 2 3 4 5 6, then continue 2 3 4 5 6 7. So it is not following any particular pattern. As we moving on, it is increasing digit by digit. So no particular pattern. Then neither terminating nor repeating. The decimals which are neither terminating nor repeating are irrational numbers. Next, question number 4 in this bit. We have a question like 7.484848 and so on. Now if we observe this question, this is continuing. It is not stopping, not terminating. So not non-terminating. Then let us check whether it is having any particular pattern or not. 48 48 48. If we are keep on continuing, 40 48 48 48 48 48. So the same pattern 48 is repeating. So non-terminating, repeating. Non-terminating, repeating type of decimals are nothing but rational numbers. Next, fifth question in this. $11.2132435. Now if we observe this clearly, after the decimal it is stopping, it is not continuing further because dash 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 and so on is not there. So it is stopping, it is ending, nothing but terminating. all the decimals which are terminating comes under rational numbers. Next, in this bit only, question number 6, we have question like 0.30, 300, 300, and so on. So if we observe it, first of all, this is not terminating, so neither terminating. Next, is it following any pattern? Here 30, here 300, here 300. Still, if we continue further, 340, 350, 360, 370, 380, it continues like that only. So it is not following any particular pattern. So neither terminating nor repeating. The decimals which are neither terminating nor repeating are irrational numbers. Okay, now let us move to second bit. In the second bit, they are asking, give 4 examples for rational numbers and irrational numbers. So first, let me give examples for rational numbers. Already we know rational numbers are represented by capital Q. So that's why whenever I am saying about rational, I am representing with capital Q. Rational numbers examples, already we know very well. Rational numbers are written in the form of P by Q, where P and Q both are integers and Q not equals to 0. So 3 by 2 is a rational number. 22 by 7 is a rational number. 1 by 0, sorry. 1 by 0 is not a rational number because the denominator should not be 0. 0 by 1 a rational number. Minus 5 by 4 a rational number. These all are rational numbers. Now let us check for irrational numbers then. Pi is an irrational number. Next, 0.10, 100, 100, and so on, irrational number. 2.14, 144, 144, and so on, irrational number. Next, 3.12, 122, 122, and so on, irrational numbers. Because in these 3 examples, if you observe clearly, they are neither terminating nor repeating type of decimal. So that's why those are irrational numbers. Next, let us move to bit number 3. In the bit number 3, he is asking, find an irrational number between 5 by 7 and 7 by 9. In the previous exercise, we learnt about finding a rational number between the given 2 numbers by using all the 3 methods. Now in this case, he is asking to write the irrational numbers in between 5 by 7 and 7 by 9, and he is asking how many will be there like that. So to write this one, compulsory we will be having only one method, that to finding the decimal first. 5 by 7 decimal point is 0.714, whereas the decimal of 7 by 9 is 0.7777, and so on. Now this is 0.714 and this is 0.77. Now in between these 2 decimals, we need to create a neither terminating nor repeating type of decimal. Let's have a look at it. 0.72, 722, 7222, and so on. This is neither terminating nor repeating. 0.74, 7444, 7444, and so on. So like this, we can able to write irrational numbers. We can able to write infinite irrational numbers between any 2 numbers. Next, let us move to 4th bit. In the 4th bit, he is asking again same question. Find 2 irrational numbers between 0.7 and 0.77. Now already the question is in the decimal form only. So now our work is to create a non-terminating, non-repeating, neither terminating nor repeating type of decimal in between these 2, 0.7 and 0.77. So I can write it like 0.72, 722, 7222, and so on. otherwise 0.710, 100, 100, and so on, otherwise 0.743, 433, 4333, and so on. So these all are the irrational numbers which lies between 0.7 and 0.77. Okay, next let us move to bit number 5. Now this bit number 5 is one of the very interesting topic that is finding the value of root 5. Find the value of root 5 up to 3 decimal places. Okay, now first take the number 5. Keep one dot and write many zeros. Always those zeros should be in the pairs. Here is asking after the decimal 3 digits, so that's why I am taking 3 zero pairs. 3 pairs of zeros. Okay, now the first number which is before the decimal is 5. Is 5 a perfect square? Obviously no. Then what is the perfect square which is before 5? That is nothing but 4. So 2 2s are 4. Do subtraction. 5 minus 4, 1. Here decimal is there, so keep that decimal here. Drop 2 zeros at a time. Every time we need to drop 2 zeros at a time in this method. So now whatever the number we took first, those two numbers you need to do addition. 2 plus 2, 4. Write that 4 here. Now we need to do a small thing, that is beside this 4 as well as beside this 2 point, we need to write some digit. Same digit it should be. For example, if I write here 1, here also I need to write 1 only. In case if I write here 2, here also I need to write 2 only. In case if I write here 3, here also I need to write 3 only. Then if I write here 1, it will become 41, and here also 1. 41 ones are 41. If I write here 2, here also 2 only. 42 twos are. If I write here 3, here also 3 only. 43 threes are. So like that, which number is suitable for this? Here 100 is there, so we can say 42 twos are. 42 twos are is 84. Do subtraction again as usual. 100 minus 84 is nothing but 16. Now these two numbers and the lastly written digit 42 plus 2, we need to do addition. That will become 44. Now drop 2 more digits again. It will become 1600. Now beside this 44 and beside this 2, we need to write one more digit. So what it will be? If I write here 1, here also 1 compulsory. If I write here 2, here also 2 compulsory. So like that 3 will be satisfied. 443 threes are. One 3 2 9. 443 threes are 1 3 2 9. If you do subtraction, 1600 minus 1329 is nothing but 271. Now again this total number 443 and this lastly written digit 3, we need to add 443 plus 3, 446. Now beside this 446 and after this digit 3, we need to write one more digit again. What will be that digit? Now here we need to write again one more. So drop 2 more zeros again. I'm sorry. So here we got 27,100. So I'm going with 6. 4,466 6. That is nothing but 26,796. If you do subtraction of this, we will get the answer as 304. Now in the question he is asking only to find 3 only, so here we got 2.236. so the value of root 5 is nothing but 2.236. If anyone didn't understand this explanation, I took already more number of examples like this, root 5, root 7, root 3, root 2, all those, and I made another video separately on this concept only. So the link is in the description, please have a look at that. Okay, next for finding root 7, next question. This is 5th question completed. Now 6th question. Sixth question, find the value of root 7. Finding the value of root 7. So write the 7 first. 0.000000. How many digits you want, those many zeros you keep. He is asking actually 6. But 6 means it's not that much necessary, because in the exams they won't ask till 6, so just try to learn it enough. Now 7, is it a perfect square? Obviously 7 is not a perfect square. Then before 7, what is the perfect square? That is 4. 2 2s are 4. Take that numbers. 2 2s are 4. Do subtraction. 7 minus 4, 3. Here dot is there, so keep the dot here. Drop 2 zeros at a time. Now this number and this number you need to add. 2 plus 2, 4. Okay, now here beside 4 and after the decimal you need to write the same digit. If you write 1, 41 ones are. If you write 2, 42 twos are. If you write 3, 43 threes are. If you write 4, 44 fours are. Like that you need to continue. So which number at least satisfies with this? That is 46 6 are. 46 6 are. 46 6 are. 6 6 are 36. 6 3 carry 276. So 46 6 are 276. Do subtraction of it. $300 minus 20, 200, 300 minus 276 is nothing but 24. Now again drop 2 zeros at a time, it will become 2400. This total number 46 plus newly written digit 6. 46 plus 6, 52. Now besides this 52 as well as beside this 6, we need to write a digit. If you write here 1, it will become 521. 521 ones are. If you write 2, 522 twos are. If you write 3, 523 threes are. If you write 4, 524 fours are. Like that. Now which number satisfies here? This is almost 2400. So I will check with 4 because 524 fours are. 524 fours are 4 4 16, 24 96, 20 2096 2096. 2400 minus 2096 is nothing but 304. Now again the same process we need to continue. That is 524 we need to add with the lastly written digit, that is 524 plus 4. 524 plus 4 is nothing but 528. Now drop 2 more zeros again. Here beside 528 and before this digit again we need to write one more digit. If I write here 1, it will become 5281 ones. If I write here 2, 5282 2s are. If I write here 3, 5283 3s are. If I write here 4, 5284 4s are. Like that you can continue. Now here we have number 30,000 plus. This 30,000 plus is there. So which number is suitable for that if we write like that? Obviously it will be 5. So here I am writing 5285 5 is a 5285 into 5. It is nothing but 26,425. 26,425. Now if we do subtraction of this, we will get 3,975. 3,975. Now again same. Here we have 5285 and lastly written digit is 5. If we do add these two again, 5285 plus 5, 5290. Again here and here we need to write one more digit. Drop two digits, sorry, 2 zeros again. So now anyway this is 3 lakhs. Here we have already 5,290. So if we keep one more digit, I will keep 7. So 52,907 into 7. It will come around 37,000 like this. 370,349. If you do subtraction of these two, it will become 27,151. Again now this number 52907 plus 7, it will become 52914. Now here one digit and here also one more digit. You continue like this only. How many digits they are asking in the question, those many you can able to find. Okay, next question. If we move to the next bit, bit number 7. In the bit number 7, he is asking to find the, locating root 10. Locate root 10 on the number line. Locating root 10 on the number line. This root 10 can be written as 9 plus 1. 9 is nothing but 3 square. Under root 3 square plus 1 also can be written as 1 square. So root 10 can be written as under root 3 square plus 1 square. Now I will draw just a normal number line, something like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Here we have 3 square, so the 3 units I am going to take on the x-axis. 3 units I took. 3 units. This 1 unit I am going to take the vertical line, 1 centimeter vertical line. 3 centimeter horizontal line and 1 centimeter vertical line. Now with the help of scale we need to join these two lines. Now take a compass and keep the sharp point at this place and pencil at this corner. Measure it, how much is there. With the same measurement from this point, draw a dotted line onto this original number line. It will meet the number line somewhere. That will be the value of root 3. Okay, next let us move to bit number 8. In the bit number 8 he is asking find at least 2 irrational numbers between 2 and 3. So he gave 2 numbers 2 and 3 and he is asking to find 2 irrational numbers. So first number 2 can be written as 2.0 and number 3 can be written as 3.0. Now in between this 2.0 and 3.0 we need to create some irrational numbers. Means neither terminating nor repeating type of decimals. 2.10, 100, 100 and so on. 2.25, 255, 2555 and so on. 2.80, 800, 8000 and so on. These all are neither terminating nor repeating type of decimals, nothing but irrational numbers which lies between 2.0 and 3.0. Next, let us move to the last bit of this exercise, that is bit number 9. In the bit number 9, he is asking true or false type of questions. In this first one is, every irrational number is a real number. Every irrational is a real number. Is this statement true or false? Obviously yes. In the introduction video only we discussed very clearly that if we are moving from smaller to bigger, obviously the statement will be true. So every irrational number is a real number. This statement is 100% true. In this next second question, every rational is a real number. Obviously, because rational means smaller, real means bigger, so smaller number will become always a bigger number. So every rational number is a real number. This statement is also true statement. Next, third question in this, every real number need not be a rational. Every real number need not be rational. Every real number need not be rational. Of course yes, because real number may be rational or irrational. So this statement also true statement, because in the real numbers we will be having two types, one is rational and one is irrational. So he clearly mentioned that every real number need not be rational. Of course it may be irrational also. Next, fourth one in this, root n is not rational. Root n is not rational if n is a perfect square. Root n is not rational. Not rational is nothing but rational number. Not irrational is nothing but rational number only. Okay, now see, root n is rational if n is a perfect square. Let us take once root as it is. Now in the place of n he said that clearly it is a perfect square. So perfect squares, 1 square 1, 2 square 4, 3 square 9, 4 square 16, those are perfect squares. So I am taking one perfect square 16. Root 16 is nothing but 4. Obviously 4 is a rational number only. That only he also said rational number. So this fourth statement is also correct only. Next, come to the fifth question or fifth statement. Root n is irrational. Root number is irrational if n is not a perfect square. If n is not a perfect square. Let us check once. Root n, we need to take anything which is not a perfect square. So 3 is not a perfect square. Now root 3, obviously this is an irrational number only. So this statement is also correct statement. Next, last one. All real numbers are irrational. He is saying that all real numbers are irrational numbers. No, obviously, because real numbers is bigger and irrational is smaller. So from bigger to smaller we are coming means always the statement will be false. And one more conclusion also we can say, real numbers are irrational or rational. It means every real number may be a rational number or may be an irrational number. So he is saying that all are compulsory irrational numbers only. No, obviously that is. So this statement is false statement. Till now, if you didn't subscribe to my channel, subscribe for more videos. Thank you.